it's a new year, so it's time for a new whiskey, and this one is just a little bit special. Hello and welcome back to the channel, and you find me in Scotland, which is why this all looks very different. Apologies if the video is a little bit darker than normal. I wanted to show you the glorious mountain range of Ben Nevis behind me. As you can see, the weather is coming in thick and fast. It's been a soggy old day, but nothing better to do than sit back, relax and open a bottle of something pretty special indeed. So what is this then? This is a bottle of Springbank's 10-year-old 46% ABV Campbelltown single malt Scotch whisky. For those of you who know your whisky regions, you will know that I'm not in the right region to be drinking this, and to be honest, trying this for the first time down in Campbelltown when I bought this back last year in I can't remember when it was, to be honest. It was in the middle of the year. Would have been an absolute treat, but I was on a tour. I had to drive a lot, so it wasn't possible. I took it home to savour and enjoy another day, and that day hadn't arrived until I thought, well, I need a special bottle for New Year's this year, and what a bottle this is. Springbank is probably one of the most sought after Scotch whiskies in the world at this point. It's definitely within kind of proper whiskey geek circles anyway. It might not be the most well known worldwide, but yeah, this has a proper big following. The Campbelltown whiskey style is renowned for being a little bit, well, odd in some ways or another. There's this thing called the Campbelltown Funk, which just, it's a hard to describe flavour note that gets into a lot of their stuff. Campbelltown historically was one of the biggest whiskey producing regions of Scotland, but that is down now to I think only 4 or 5 distilleries, 3 of which are all actually owned by Springbank. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. This is really difficult to get. You can get it on auction at times. I noticed another bottle of Springbank 10 that went up on the Master of Malt website. Clearly a kind of collector purchase, and it was a slightly different one. Not the basic one which I've got here today, but even so, it was going for something like 400 quid a bottle, which is insane. So yeah, they can be pricey. Thankfully though, I bought this from the distillery at MSRP or RRP or whatever you want to call it for about 45 or 50 quid, which, yeah, when you hear what other people are paying for it worldwide, is an absolute steal. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into it today. And as you can see, the weather is coming even more, and now I'm even darker somehow. So I'm going to try and sort the lighting situation out in here, and we'll get on with it. Right then, before we take a look at it, here is a quick look at the bottle itself. It is, I mean, fairly nondescript. It looks nice. For those who know what they're looking at, it is a thing of absolute importance, but to the casual observer, it's not trying to do too much or be too fancy. It's just another bottle of whiskey. This is the real deal, non-chill filtered, non-coloured, all the rest of it. And they do say somewhere on this bottle that this is free of artificial colouring. Also, it is not chill filtered. This will cause a natural slight haze to form when it is cold, but this will disappear when the temperature returns to normal. And I don't know if you can tell, because we are in Scotland and it is slightly chilly today. It's not properly hazy, but there is just a slight shimmer on this bottle. So let's get into it. When I was at the distillery, I also picked up this nice Springbank Glencairn. It's the same as any other Glencairn, but with their logo on it. I thought it was just a nice touch. Right, let's find out what joys Springbank has to offer. And this is my first time trying any Springbank product, which, yeah, should be rather an event. I do like Campbelltown whiskey in general, but yeah, this is meant to be very special indeed. Decent cork pop. And of course, on the subject of this being a bottle for my kind of New Year's celebrations, it's only right for me to say Happy New Year to you all, because this will be going out after the New Year, although this is actually filmed a couple of days before. But in the glass, that looks very nice indeed. It's got a properly just almost kind of syrupy golden hue to it. Few orange tinges here and there, but yeah, looks very nice indeed. The cloudiness actually isn't really showing up in the glass so much as it was on the bottle. Okay, already there's a refinement to this. It's got a warm fruity heat, cherries, wood, which instantly makes me think of cherry wood, but I'm not sure whether that's just my mind playing tricks. And somewhere between kind of that TCP thing you get in some whiskies and menthol, like this kind of very cleansing, clearing. It's not quite as medicinal as true TCP, but it has got, yeah, a slightly menthol edge to it, and there's a really lightly peated note. A lot of Campbelltown whiskies have this. It's not a properly heavily peated Islay style, but it just have this slightly earthy, you know, slightly dank, fiery thing going on in the background. But it's not dominating at all. Overall, it's quite sweet and quite fruity and smells absolutely delicious. So let's get into it. Happy New Year. Cheers. Don't know if you can hear the rain on that window behind me, but it is absolutely blowing a gale. But it doesn't matter, because frankly that is pretty delicious. Now I'm going to take one more sip and then I'm going to sit it down, just let it mellow out and give you a few initial thoughts. The first thing I'll say is I think I can understand the hype as to why people go after and spend so much on Springbank products. It is distinctly Campbelltown. So it doesn't matter if you just go down to the supermarket and buy the cheapest bottle of Glen Scotia, who are one of the other Campbelltown distilleries bottles, which you can get easily and cheaply, then that will give you an impression of the Campbelltown style, and whether going further into this slightly more niche and kind of, I guess, verging on collectors worthy bottles route is worth it. Because if you just don't like that at all, then I think you're probably not going to like this. It has got that funk, that slight heat, that slight peatiness, this altogether, I guess, jarring of flavours. It's the way that light peaty hit and a little bit of that kind of iodine-y TCP come menthol thing flip round together and become, I don't know, it's almost reminiscent of some kind of old school retro sweet shop sweets that were kind of just a bit, they weren't really sweet and they weren't really bitter, they were just a bit odd. It's got that oddity thing, but the brilliance is in that because it is so unusual. You can sit there and pick through individual flavours. What I will say about the Springbank though, it is clearly a level up. I have tried some of Glen Scotia's higher level products and they are also fantastic. And to be fair, also not that easy to get some of the time, but a bit easier than the Springbank. But I kind of understand it, I kind of get it. It's got a sophisticated charm sat on top of what is otherwise quite an obscure and complex, not necessarily well refined, but yeah, somewhere in the realms of oddity whiskey underneath it. It is fantastic though, it is very, very nice indeed. And the other reason this makes so much sense is because it has got that slight kind of island and coastal whiskey vibe that you get from coast town distilleries. Campbelltown is basically surrounded by sea. It is the thinnest of thin peninsulas coming off Scotland into the Irish Sea, and well, their weather a lot of the time is very much like what you can see behind me, so it all just makes quite a lot of sense. The aftertaste on this, it's quite warming, it's got a little bit of prickly boozy. It's only 46%, which is pretty average when it comes to more special edition whiskies, to be fair. It feels very cleansing, a bit of maybe fresh apple, kind of not quite citrus but not sweet berry notes, something slightly fruity, some very, very gentle light woody barrel notes, and just a smuckering of, well, yeah, menthol and peat bog to finish, which doesn't necessarily sound like the greatest of compliments, but it really does just work. Right then, let's take another quick look at this bottle before we wrap this up. On the front of it, it says Springbank aged 10 years Campbelltown single malt Scotch whisky, established in 1828, product of Scotland, and distilled by J&A Mitchell & Co. Limited, Campbelltown, which is the Springbank distillery. And then on the back, again, Springbank single malt Scotch whisky. Springbank is unique among Scotland's distilleries. Every part of the process, from the malting to bottling, is carried out at the distillery. And yeah, I think if they're not the only one, they're one of very few that do that, because that is really rather unique. Unlike other whiskies, Springbank single malt whiskey is free of artificial colouring, as we said before, and is not chill filtered. As a result, it might get a bit hazy in the bottle. And that's really all it says about it. Their website is springbank.scot, which is a nice touch. But yeah, it is. I'm understanding this, and I do absolutely understand it at the 45, 50 quid a bottle that I paid for it. Once I've got through this one, I wouldn't mind keeping one of these around. If I had the opportunity to get one at 75 quid, probably would go there. I think once this 10-year peaks 100, I'm going to struggle to really say, yes, this is absolutely it. It lacks a little bit of depth and body and maturity, really, for any more than that. But for its regular retail price, it's absolutely stunning. But yeah, have you tried any Springbank? What's your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. And are there any other obscure or harder to get whiskies out right now that I should be picking up? Also, let me know please in the comments below. But that really is all I've got to say about it. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already, subscribe if you will be so kind. And I'll catch you next time. Happy New Year. Cheers.